If we're to make progress in this country, we have to first of all be honest. Secondly, we have to dispel the belief that we are a real democracy, one person, one vote. It is absolutely not true. So therefore, there's a little piece that Chuck Todd did on Sunday that I think everybody should see, but and then we'll discuss it a little further thereafter. Check this out, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Did President-elect Biden win by a lot or by a little? Take the popular vote this year. Biden won by a sizable amount, 4.5 percentage points and 7 million raw votes. And as we noted here, second largest percentage point margin since the year 2000. It was second only to Obama-Biden in 2008. But let's take a look at the three states that put Biden over the top in the Electoral College and compare that to the three states that gave Donald Trump the presidency in 2016. As many disappointed Democrats have pointed out for 4 years, Mr. Trump won Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan by a total of just under 78,000 votes. Pretty small margin. But Biden won Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin by just about 43,000 votes combined. An even smaller margin to an already small margin. So Biden won by 7 million votes, but flipped less than 1% of that margin in three states, and he loses the election. This is part of the reason Democrats loathe the Electoral College these days and Republicans love it. Here's another way to look at it. Consider the 2000 election. Even outside of Florida, the election was extremely close. In 8 states, the winning candidate's margin was less than 3.5 percentage points. And that reflected the national popular vote, where the margin was just 547,000. Now compare that to 2020. There were still 8 states where the winning candidate's margin was within 3.5 points. Different states mostly. But the national popular vote was a whopping 7 million. The more that Democratic votes are packed into just a few states, the more Republicans can win the Electoral College while losing the popular vote. Don't count on Republicans calling for an end to the Electoral College anytime soon. On the popular vote, we're a center-left nation, but our institutions, like the Electoral College, keep us center-right.
I don't know if people see the gravity of that analysis Chuck Todd just placed there. It is important. In other words, Donald Trump won the Electoral College in 2016 by a larger margin than Joe Biden could have lost the Electoral College in 2020. In other words, a shift of 44,000 votes would have given Trump the election. A shift of 77,000 votes would have given Hillary Clinton the election. That is scary, especially since Biden won more than twice as many votes as Hillary Clinton did. This is crazy. This is not a democracy. How is the Electoral College built as well? Of course, it uses one of the members, or again, the number counts as how many senators you have. How can North Dakota, with a few 100,000 people, have the same amount of votes as 40 million people in California? It makes absolutely no sense. So all those people who thought we were created on the bastion of freedom, on the bastion of one person, one vote, it's not true. It was always an illusion. We were lucky that these things were infrequent when they happened. But now where we have population centers in big cities, now where we have that the success is really in the blue states, and that is where a whole lot of people want to be, in the blue states, we're going to constantly have where we have large blue votes and continuously diminishing red votes with a more power per vote than the majority of the population. That is not a democracy. That is not sustainable. We have to start winning in huge landslides so that we can make this a change, a codified change within our Constitution, our codified change within our laws. This is completely a problem, pointing out America is not a democracy, and we have no right going around the world telling them how they should work their democracy when ours is so screwed up. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.